All right. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to the Lawyer Henderson podcast show. And we're going to always do what we do best, and that is to report the news the best way we know how from our perspective. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Family, like, share, and subscribe. It does not hurt you to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Um, we were going to talk also about we're going to go live because we were talking about the racist judge that was in Louisiana, and that's going to come up next. But as in the black media, we have been staying on these white supremacists. We have been doing the work. We have basically been making sure that we basically, as black folks and in the grassroots, black people, we are controlling the narrative, and the white supremacists, they hate that we're controlling the narrative right now. We're going to be also talking about coming up that Charlemagne the God and Kamala Harris, their little so-called feud back and forth. We'll talk about that in our next YouTube live. But we have some information that we want to pass along, family. Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Um, Thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Now, as you know, I've been reporting for almost 10 years. Okay, I got into Tarasha's case in 2011, I think it was. So it's almost like a year after that she went missing. So I got in her case after that. But family, they're reporting down there in Autauga County. Now, keep in mind, Autauga County has had a lot of racists come out. There's a lot of Skeletors in their closet. And one of the things that we want to be very mindful of is that there has been a lot of black people down there in Alabama going missing. You understand? And so this is where I want to come to you, family, for it. Now, we don't know if this is her, okay? We're still waiting for the sheriff department in Autauga County to release the information about the skeletal remains that they basically found in a wooded area. Hunters found some skeletal remains in a wooded area in Autauga County. And as I told y'all, um, there was some active going missing person cases as well. So we're going to get into that, and what I want you to do before we get into that, just like I said, like the video, subscribe, and share, because you'll get your notifications all the time, every time that we go live, especially when we talk about Tarasha Benjamin's case. As you know, that I almost grown to know the Benjamin family for a very long time, because I've been in this case for almost 11 years. But Tarasha Benjamin is one of those active missing persons cases. And I wanted to basically cover something that the Autauga County Sheriff's Department has found, that they have been basically, they discovered human remains. So let's go ahead and read that article. And I quote, coming from WAFF 48, they're reporting that, and I want to also understand this is our fair use. I want to use our fair use here. They're reporting that Hunter finds skeletal remains in Autauga County. Now, we don't know whose remains they are, but basically, because I want to get into the points I want to make because of them finding this, and some of the situation revolving Taraja's case and other people's cases that have been missing in Alabama. And we like to go ahead and do these missing persons case, because when our loved one goes missing, we wait so long to basically cover these stories, even if it's not her or not. So let's go ahead and cover this. But in Autauga County, the Autauga County Sheriff's Office have opened up an investigation after skeletal remains were found over the weekend. Now, family, we know that that Autauga County is, a lot of of missing persons cases have came out of Autauga County. A lot of people are going missing in Alabama. And and we basically have questions here, but okay. But search team comb woods after hunters find human remains in Autauga County. In Prattville, Alabama, cadaver dogs will be searching woods in Autauga County today after hunters found human remains Saturday. The findings of the skeletal remains were reported about 2:30 p.m., says Sheriff Joe Sendinger. He declined to give specifics about where in the county the remains were found. He says we don't want to say anything until we have a position identification. Okay, that's how they written it. He said, we don't want to put any information out until we know for sure, end quote. Okay. He goes on to say that the search team will be looking for any other evidence at the site. He said, the office is reviewing active missing persons cases. We've had Dallas County call, Elmore County. They have missing persons cases. We've had other counties call, Sedinger said. That's why we're not putting out anything until we know. End quote. Now, I hope I'm not mess up this man's name. I'm not doing that on purpose. Sedinger. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I hope I'm not mess up his name. But it goes on to say here that the remains have been taken to the Alabama Department of Forensics for identification. Now, family, why is reporting on this is important? Family, as I've been telling y'all, is that Alabama has been known to be the state where a lot of your missing Black kids go missing because it is an impoverished state that most of the Black people live below the poverty line in Alabama. So some white supremacist groups and the police sometimes, they are all sometimes, and I don't jump to conclusions, but sometimes they are, linked to these missing persons case. We learned about Mitrice Richardson. We learned about other folks as well. So we have to keep in mind about any suspicion that revolve the sheriff. Now let's go in to talk about this. Now we're hoping that this is not Tarasha Benjamin. We're hoping, and whoever the person who they found, whoever body it is, God rest your soul. But they did not put out whether or not it's a male or a female. So we're still hoping. But here's the thing. This has been going, we've been waiting. They've been waiting. Let's say that they've been waiting. All these active missing person cases in Alabama, families of these missing people have been waiting for the sheriff and his department, the forensic science lab, to release the identity of this particular person. It's 18 days now. It is 18 days, and there has not been no updates from the forensic science lab. And as you know, there has been 2 counties that had called because they have had also missing persons cases, and that's what I want to get into the Tarasha Benjamin's case as well. Dallas County called because they got active missing persons cases. Elmore called because they got active missing persons cases. Alabama like I said, have a lot of active missing persons cases. Now, the reason why it's important to talk about Tarasha Benjamin, for recap, let's give you a recap on her case. Now, she went missing, as you know, on June the 26th, 2010. She was headed to the local flea market with a friend, that friend named Talisha Givan. Now, Givan said, I had to go do a girl's hair. She talked about that, that she just let Tarasha drive her truck, and then the truck was abandoned. Now, here's the thing. There has not been really no updates, well, according to the police, because we've been putting out updates about her case of our suspicion about the 2 police officers who visit her home. Now, mind you, that we do not know who this person is that they found human remains. But we are bracing for the worst. And hopefully it is not Taraja. Hopefully that they can find her safe and sound. But the reason why I bring this up is because Bart Watkins worked for Autauga County. And anytime that a sheriff deputy and a police officer or whoever visit the home of a person and that person goes missing 2 months afterwards, be very skeptical of the police. Okay. Now, one of the things that we've braced for a family is, like I said earlier, hopefully this is not Tarasha Benjamin. Hopefully we can still say that the search is continuing. But if this is her, I want to be the first to say that we do not want the the sheriff department to take over, to lead this investigation. That be, it should be the FBI or the state police to take this investigation because of the concerns that we have that in this so-called any inactive investigation where we know that one of their own sheriff's deputies is corrupt and crooked. So, family, like I said, it was important to point out that they said immediately that they have been having calls from Dallas County and Elmore County. So it's very, very, very just interesting that they would make that. So that's the reason why I want to bring this breaking news to your family. Hopefully, like I said, this is not her, but we're going to continue to stay on top. But it's been 18 days, and the Autauga County Sheriff's officials have not released any of this information. They have just announced it, and then it's 18 days later. Now, this happened. They covered this, I think, according to the news. They had this case going on since November 29th, 2021. So, like I said, 18 days, and they still have not released whose body this is. But we're going to stay on top of it. Family, just brace yourself. Just pray for the family of Tarasha Benjamin. Hopefully that this is not her. But the ongoing investigation into her disappearance is very, very interesting. Like I said, if this is her, then it will give the family some closure. But we're hoping for the best. Well, we're hoping that this is not her, that we can continue to say that the search continues, that we can look to make sure that we do everything we can to bring this young girl home. But I wanted to put it out there, family, about this particular situation, because anytime that other counties talk about that they have missing persons cases, that is very interesting. That is a red flag that something here is not really adding up, ladies and gentlemen. But Tarasha Benjamin had went missing. She's been missing since June the 26th, 2010. And of course, I want to do my part to continue to keep her case in the spotlight, to make sure that there is an active investigation, to let this situation be investigated thoroughly. And even if it's not her, whoever these people are or this person is, make sure that this is an adequate investigation, because we all know when the police investigate something, you have to be very skeptical. Okay. All right. So join me as we're going to be going live here again on talking about the racist judge, Michelle Aldenay. She was she was asked to step down. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, Lawyer Henderson TV. Don't forget, if you like to, our Cash App is $Lawyer Henderson 40. Thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Let ScrewTube know that we're not going anywhere. We are basically the family that is going to keep on reporting the truth. And let you just know that we've been searching. We've been hoping that there's a great outcome. But as you know, in these missing persons cases, 95% of the time, they don't end well. So we just wanted to basically brace yourself. Hopefully this is not Tarasha Benjamin. This is an active going investigation according to the Selma Police Department and where she went missing back in June 27th of 2010. They talked to her friend. They talked to her boyfriend. A lot of you was on the comments asking me to give updates. and we're going to give updates if we get them. Okay, but like I said, we don't want to speculate here. We don't want to say that it's her, but we basically want to make sure that people got the information that there was remains found in Autauga County. As y'all know, Bart Watkins worked there, so go figure. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and close out this video. Thank y'all for listening. Again, thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. My next video is coming up around 11 o'clock when judges go rogue and say the N word, Michelle Odene. That's coming up today on the Lawyer Henderson podcast show. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye.